of those stupid things. I always end up spraying the back of my tongue or something instead of like actually inhaling it, proper. So,
Oh,
um,
wow.
so they gave me one of these things where pump the inhaler and it goes into this little apparatus that holds the mist in place and then waits for you to inhale it out of the chamber so that way you don't screw it up. And but I guess the way they designed it, it makes that little noise whenever you inhale out of
Mm, interesting. Alright, so we got to reset the bounty and the hunter missions.
Yeah, have you done them all already?
Yes, I've done all of the missions that there is in the main story.
Well, no,
Yeah.
I'm not. No, the main story ain't got nothing to do with it. You got to do all the hunter and
Oh yeah,
bounty and
yeah. I
all
got
those missions
trophies.
before it'll
I
reset.
got the trophies for those. So yeah, I've done them all.
Oh, okay. Well, in that case, yeah, we just got to go back to Trenchtown, and you can go talk to the two guys over there, and you can set it to reset those missions, so you can do them on this, world tier. How far away
Okay.
are you from tier 15 anyway,
Let
or
me.
world tier? Because it still shows you're on world tier 14.
Yeah, it still is. I guess it obviously doesn't go up when you're playing in the expeditions mode. I'm guessing,
Oh,
but
that blows.
I'll check as soon as I get to Trenchtown. Ugh.
Don't follow your dreams.
Yeah, Phil told me
Well,
the same thing about the weather stripping, so I'm glad I got that last night.
yeah,
The self-adhesive weather stripping.
right.
I got it like
Oh,
10 foot long, and I believe it's wide enough. Like I said, I didn't measure the dimensions or nothing. So, but I'll cut it if need be. But it seems like there's only one spot really that's causing that to happen.
mm.
On the door, like it's where it almost feels like it's where the doorknob is going down, and everywhere else is fine. It seems like, especially with the door being jammed up with a chair. And then Tanya came in and took the bedspread mattress thing I mentioned to you and folded it up and stuck it up next to the door behind the chair. And I was like, well, I guess that could probably end up helping out a bit, but doesn't mean I was going to throw it away anyways.
Yeah. Well,
I don't know why we didn't
speaking
get
of the world,
electricity.
speaking of the um, world tier, we get back to doing these hunter missions. You might actually, level up your world tier.
Yeah. I bet there's a trophy for that.
Could be.
Any internet points. Which means absolutely nothing. So I'm trying to... I went in to try to stream Gears 5 last night, which I'm
Yeah.
liking. I'm liking Gears 5. I think it's really cool that you can level up your little robot companion thing. I swear, I don't know what was wrong. I did exactly as the instructions told in the YouTube video on how to stream. I did it exactly to a T, and then I go in on the Twitch app on my phone. I go to my channel and nothing is showing up. It's just like some splash screen that Twitch has up there. It's like, oh, the stream is going to start soon. I'm like, it's already started. So I waited a bit to see if it was going to pop up and all this other stuff, and it wasn't doing anything. So I just went ahead and just ended the stream. I was like, I'll look a little bit deeper into this. So, like I had mentioned before yesterday, when I got ready to just check out and see what was going on with the whole streaming thing, with the Twitch app, it ended up telling me, oh, you can't stream this game. And that was when I actually had Gears 5 up and running. And that was also before I realized that it was suspending itself, even while the system was off, which is crazy to think of, but it's still unique nevertheless. So I told myself, I'm like, did Microsoft really have where you can't stream this thing off of Game Pass?
Want to try the new
So
blend?
I just told myself, I'm just going to go ahead and try another
Give me a hug.
Try a different game.
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna see what's gonna happen with that.
Mutation on your map.
I mean, there's still other people that have streamed the game, but obviously they probably did it through other means, not just off of the console itself.
Yeah,
So-
well, I was gonna say, well, it's also on PC. So.
Yeah, that too. See, that doesn't make any
You're too
sense.
busy decapitating monsters for me.
You know, it's Microsoft, it's PC, it's the same game, it's two different platforms. You know, so I don't know. I'm not sure.
Ujio hears when you're not doing bad for Ujio. You do good for other people.
But I'm gonna just try something else today and see what's up. Let's see. Replay quest, reset quest.
This one's been giving our men hell. They could use your help.
Resets, not replays. Okay, so did that reset everything?
Yeah.
Like every single mission for Hunter and
Yep.
Okay, bounty.
Well, then you got to go to the other guy for the bounties. Yeah.
Yeah, I got that. Yep. All right. Well, we'll just trek our way back across the world again.
Oh, yeah. I was looking up here, and there's posts on this forum dating back to like 2020 that says that that even then that Twitch wouldn't allow you to stream Gears 5.
Good grief! Like, why? I don't understand that. It's just like what I mentioned to you before, where Atlas was going in heaven when you couldn't friggin' stream Persona 5, and I thought one of the reasons is like, oh, they're really trying to be protective over their property. So it's like, okay, well, you're not going to have people stream it for a certain period of time because spoilers, even though it's people's own option and choice if they want to go and check out somebody's stream. It's not like anybody's forcing them to do it, you know. But
yeah, well, yeah, I was reading one guy because somebody commented, says, well, I've seen other people stream off their Xboxes, and the guy said, yeah, that's because basically what they're doing is that they're streaming it via capture card on their PC, playing on their Xbox, so that's how they're able to get around it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and that's probably exactly what people were doing also with Persona 5, because I ended up seeing some streams of that as well. I was like, that's the only way to be able to get around that, you know. Even then, Atlas probably brought down the hammer on him, too. You can't do that. Hey, how you doing, Junebug? Hey, New Moon, how you doing? How's it going? Welcome to the stream. All right.
Welcome to the stream.
Ooh, all of them just pop up here. That's cool.
Yes, sir.
Replay these.
And if you want to, if you really want to, if you want to redo those historian missions, we can go talk to Joan Jett Reject and reset those too.
Yeah, what the heck? Might as well.
Just saying.
Saying.
Like, well, maybe I can put it a little more succinctly than I could over text earlier, but basically what I've been doing is, you know, when we go and try to like buy gear or you know whatnot from Engine Joe, and it gets so expensive because it costs like serious amounts of pod points, and the expeditions are getting significantly harder, and every time you go up on the a level on the expeditions, everything gets more expensive. So my kind of workaround was, well, if you go to these other shops, like, you know, Buzzcut Chick and then the shops at Trenchtown, their specialty stuff, you know, the epic items they sell, they're ungodly expensive. But, you know, they level up with your average level. So I just started doing these missions again, collecting gear and selling it until I had enough to buy something decent. That way I could get better gear and have a better chance of surviving the higher level expeditions, in which case I get more pod points, and then I can go buy from Engine Joe. You know? That's the strategy, anyway.
Yeah, exactly. You have developed a strategy, and we shall see if it will come to fruition.
Well, so far it's working. I've actually upped my level quite a bit.
Oh, that's good.
My average level is 48, and I think the highest you can get is 50. So.
All right, let's see here. All right. All. Well,
I started off at. Oh, good. I was just going to say I started off at when I first started this. I was level 46. Now I'm 48. So it's a working.
Yeah, that's good. No, I'm just saying. You can't select them on the map. It's just showing you they're available. You've got to go and actually get them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I figured that it would just put them in your. Yeah, I figured considering you already found them and you already completed them with you resetting them, I thought it was just going to go ahead and put them into your quest journal.
Not reset. You're starting all as if you're doing them the first time again. So
Yeah.
you got to go get them.
I had a hard time.
Which I think
You
is
guys do a little work,
stupid.
boy.
They should just put them in there. Already did all the work. Just put it in there. Just that's what she said. Oh man.
Yeah. Gimme.
Yeah, exactly, man. Exactly. Okay. Okay, so I don't even know where to go. Wasn't the guy over here
Who?
the other wanted quest mission thing?
Oh, the bounty in this area? Oh no. No, he's out in this way.
Okay.
Well, we got to go out that way anyway because we can go ahead and do that expedition mission that's here.
All right, okay. All right.
So, anyway, if we go this way, we can kill some angry, ugly folk.
Let me check out my world tier too. Oh, finally, we get a different screensaver splash screen that I haven't seen before.
That'd make an interesting wallpaper.
Indeed, it would. Junebug said you remind him of Boomhauer.
I don't talk that fast.
He said
Not
no
even
offense.
close.
Yeah, he says no offense. He says it kind of reminds him of Boomhauer from King of the Hill.
Yeah, I don't see it just because Boomer's like he talks like that. I don't talk like that.
I think it has to do probably like what you mentioned yesterday with your mic. I guess some people have a better time at hearing it than others do because I hear you perfectly fine.
Well,
And
I
also
noticed the way it
stream.
was coming through on the stream, it kind of sucked.
Yeah, Junebug, it's probably his mic. He was talking to me about it yesterday. I personally don't have any problem with it, but if he sees it and hears it, then he'll handle that if he wants. Hey, here's that bounty mission.
Well, this should be interesting.
Well, when you started playing on your Xbox, we can talk on live, and I'm using my Bluetooth headset, which I talk on the phone and all that kind of stuff. Nobody seems to have a problem, but for some reason, going through this stream, it sounds like ass. So I'm not sure why.
Way to go, Sony.
Yeah. Did you get the bounty?
Yeah, I got the paper
Well,
off
let's
the
go
wall.
ahead. Let's go ahead and do it.
Okay, I'm halfway to World Tier 15. I just saw it. This is not good. So maybe in reality I probably don't need to have a webcam anyways. I thought that I did to be able to stream on Twitch, but I guess not. If that's the case, if it's just the game itself. So that'll be good.
That's what it's looking like.
So I'll find out later today. A little bit later, sometime today. Oh, funny story. I was talking to Tanya about it, and she likes playing Rogue Company. Obviously, it's a little known game that she likes to play. But she was talking about, I remember her mentioning it like a few months ago. Her and Baker were going and talking about, oh, there's these extra free things that people are getting on Xbox that they aren't given to PlayStation players. And she said, She said, man, she said, if we had an Xbox, we could end up getting that. And then Tanya goes and mentions that to me yesterday. She said, well, she said, do you think I could get on there and get those items for Rogue Company?
I knew that was coming.
Yeah, exactly. And I laughed about it. And I said, I don't care. I said, it's perfectly fine with me. I said, you can use my account. I said, or you can just go ahead and make your own. I said, you'll have to make an email address with Microsoft for it to connect with it, or Outlook as it's known as now. And she says, well, I'll just go ahead and use your account. That's okay. I said, well, I said, if anything, you'll end up increasing my achievement score.
There you go.
Because she told me yesterday that she's actually platinumed Rogue Company. And I said, well, I said, hopefully you'll get more trophies you can earn when you play the game again. I said, because if they add new content, I said, they'll probably add new trophies too. But I was like, oh, I'm happy for you. You platinumed another game. You know, just something fun to say.
Ow! I'm on fire.
Even though trophies really don't matter, but it's fun to say. He's on fire! Just like NBA Jam. There you go.
Why does it do that?
Where is it? Okay. That didn't work. You get a very strange present on Twitch. What happens on Twitch? Nancy Pelosi goes to bed. She's got to check her closet to make sure Chuck Norris isn't there. I almost said Chuck Schumer.
Hey, Chuck Schumer be in the bed with her.
Oh man. All right, I got to remember we're not on expedition, so there's going to be chests to find now. And I don't remember where everything is.
There's one right here. You literally just walked right by it.
Just like you, walking past those harvest points. Like, oh, here's a harvest point. Oh, well, you get it.
Wow, they're harder to see.
Yeah.
And not only that, at least at the time, I had like 200,000 irons, and I didn't really care, you know. But
yeah,
seeing how I sold all my iron to buy titanium, I kind of need it now.
You get a sketchy feeling on Twitch. Well, I mean, with my Series S, I can only stream on Twitch as it seems as of right now, from what I know, because I'm still getting used to the platform and whatnot again, since I haven't used it in forever. So I'm checking that out. And YouTube-wise, obviously, I can do Twitch or YouTube on the PS4, which I may end up switching over to Twitch on this one as well. But it's just like I was talking to Agent about it. He ended up mentioning how he wished that some of these more free speech platforms would actually have streaming abilities, which would be great. But the only thing is, when you're confined to that specific space when it comes to Xbox or PlayStation, in a ways you're kind of stuck with whatever it is that they're giving you. So, which I think sucks, but I don't know. There may be a way around it. I'm not sure. We'll just have to see what happens. I'm just going to have to check on both platforms if these specific, more free-to-speech platforms actually try to give the ability to stream when it comes to gaming. So, Are we going to go up this way? Or are we just going to go back again?
Well, I was just going to go in here real quick because there's a chest.
Yeah, wasn't there another fight through this way?
Yeah, but that's just for the campaign. We don't need to go through there. I just want to go through here to get the chest.
Try.
Unless you want to go fight through there again, but
Nah.
we got us a not expedition, good lord, historian mission to do.
Yeah.
Right over here.
StreamYard. Is a StreamYard just like a platform to be able to utilize streaming, not the fact of like it being a website or something, like a program, like say Streamlabs, for example, because I think Streamlabs is just a program. So is StreamYards kind of the same thing? Because if you're mentioning me streaming on that, I think that might have to have a little bit more work done to it. I'm finding these harvest points. Well,
get on you, mate.
Why do I have turds coming out the top of my head on this character?
Well, maybe because you have shit for brains. I don't know.
There you go. Well, this is one of those missions right here. Are we doing this one?
No, over here.
It's not even showing up there. It's just showing. Oh, this is the historian thing, but it's showing that it's grayed out. I figured, considering that I had reset the things, that it would have ended up showing that it was yellow, but it didn't. Which I don't understand.
Up, but yeah, I don't get that either. But yeah, because it should have showed up, but thankfully I remembered what it was.
Excuse me. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, thanks a lot, Outriders. You went re again.
Yeah. Yeah, the people that people can fly were probably the type that got on top of their roofs as kids, jumping off, thinking they were going to fly off the roof like Superman and fell.
Yeah, exactly. Or like Mick Foley did back in the 90s, where he jumped off of his house through a mattress.
Yeah.
The king of hardcore. Sorry, I'm using wrestling knowledge. Don't you hate it some days when you just get shot in the face?
By the time your like favorite era of wrestling is around about the time I got out of it. So a lot of references from that time I'm not really going to get.
Well, another thing is, I mean, as time has wore on, I really tried to get myself back into watching some of the more classic stuff when I was way too young to really know what it was or what was going on, even though I was watching it, but I didn't really know any difference. So, like, I got a bunch of DVD sets of some older wrestling back from the 80s, and back from the 80s that I've, never really seen or had gotten into because of the fact that I was way too young at the time to really be able to know what was what.
Yeah. Freaking reload.
I'll check your comment out in a minute, bub. As soon as this fight's over. Bub. Sound like Wolverine. Complete.
Oh yeah, there's a chest back here.
Oh, I get what you're saying. Okay, so I guess that you use Streamlabs? I'm guessing that you probably did, because you said you were doing that watch-through of the Lord of the Rings movies with a friend of yours. And talking about it.
Yeah, but I don't think you can do that direct from the Xbox stuff.
Nah. Ooh, he just ran out, like, right out in front of us. That's funny. I think the problem is I also need to adjust my sensitivity on my sticks. I'd imagine.
That's what she said.
Yeah, that's what she said. Ooh! He just ran into my cold thingy. I didn't even...
Hey, you said it. I just giggled.
There you go. I didn't think it was going to hit him, but it hit him as he was running, like, farther away from me than I thought that he was going to be. Ah, get out of the way! Okay, there we go. There's a harvest point, but we won't worry about that right now. There's a historian thingy right there. It's right there! Yeah, and either adjust the sensitivity on your stick. There's a great pill for that. Oh, man.
Look, here's a harvest point you mentioned. Shame on you.
Yeah, exactly. But there was an enemy up there, but I figured you should ended up wiping the floor with him before I even had a chance to even turn around.
I did kill him, but I was, you know, got to toy with him a little, you know.
Make him at least seem like they're putting up a fight.
Yeah, especially when they're the last dude, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, come on, man. Come on, pull the trigger, man. You can do it. Nope.
I can't even reload. Oh, your head just exploded. Speaking of exploding heads, I really want to see the Fists of the North Star anime series back from the 80s. They've got it on Blu-ray, but I'm trying to find it as cheap as I can. But I want to be able to watch that series. I mean, I
haven't watched that since, oh Lord, probably 25 years ago.
Yeah, I'm kind of wondering if they even have like a newer series out, or if they're ever going to bring a newer series out, because there's this game called, I think it's called what is it, Lost Heaven or something like that. They had came out recently. That's a really good beat 'em up game if you if you want to get into a Fist of the North Star game. Basically taking cues from the Yakuza series as well. And I need to go back and play that and beat that. But it was really cool to be able to see a game come out in that series again, because it's been forever and a day since one had came out, and came out like a couple years ago, I believe.
Oh yeah, Jim. But Ghost in the Shell, definitely a great anime. But that's the only one that's good. All the rest of them they made after that suck.
Well, they made some TV series. They made some series as well. And they had made, I think, a couple other movies too. Now, granted, I haven't actually sat back and watched. I've seen a little bit of some of the newer stuff, but I never really took the time to watch it any longer.
Wouldn't be anywhere near as
but that was just because of the fact that I didn't really take the time to. So I don't really know if they're good or not.
They had Standalone Complex on Cartoon Network for a while, and maybe it's because I was watching it on Cartoon Network, but I was watching, I was like, man, this is dull. You know, I was bored to tears, and I just didn't think it was very good. You know, so I mean, but you know, other people might feel differently, but just when it was showing on Toonami, I just wasn't impressed. I mean, especially, you know, and granted, I realize it's hard to, you know, keep up to the you know, it's kind of like the Matrix sequels. It's like, how do you live up to the first movie that was pretty good, you know, and then, you know, so I can understand Ghost in the Shell was a great anime. It's like, well, how do you live up to that? And that's one of those instances where you should just leave it alone, you know. Like one of my all-time favorite movies, Dark City, came out in '98, and I love that movie, and I'm so thankful that they didn't make a sequel, because they would have ruined it, you know. Like that was a movie that just needed to be one movie that told a story. It was good. Now leave it alone, you know. And I think there are times where people just need to, take some pills to get over their sequelitis, and just make a good movie and then move on to something else.
Yeah, exactly. I need to change this head style because this looks like I'm rolling around back in the bush with a daggum bone face or something. I need to change the look of this because they're getting on my nerves.
Well, speaking of anime, one of the things that I really like that I don't know if they still do it, but back in the '90s and early aughts, especially, they would come out with these anime television series that would only last one season, and it would be like, in most cases, like 20 episodes, 20 some episodes, and from start to finish, you had a complete character arc, complete plot, and you're like, yeah, that was good, and you didn't feel like it needed another season, Now, I mean, I realize, when you're looking them up, it might say, oh, there's, season, like when you're looking it up, it might say season 1, and then that's all there is to it. But no, in that one season, when the season's over, you're like, you feel like the story's complete and there doesn't need to be anymore. And I always thought, that was a great platform because you have, like say the miniseries, which is like, 4 to 6 episodes, which seems to be the normal Disney Plus show nowadays. Oh, we're going to do a television series that lasts 6 episodes. I mean, what? But that 6 episodes is a miniseries. What are you doing? But and then you have the typical season, which would be like anywhere from 13 to 26 episodes, all depending. And but I always thought that just doing one season of like 20 some episodes and letting that be the complete story, that way, and then moving on to something else, to where you can tell a story that's longer than a miniseries, but you can tell a complete story and not have that this season and then this season, and every season just seems to get duller, dumber, and more, and oftentimes more political, and because they're running out of ideas, so like, oh well, I'm going to inject my politics into this because I ain't got no ideas,
Exactly.
So,
yeah, that's one reason why some of the most modern stuff isn't really as entertaining as the stuff was in the past, is because of that whole ideology. Matrix 2 and 3, yeah, they definitely were a lot better than the fourth Matrix film. The Matrix, oh my gosh, the fourth Matrix film. Even though the second and third one was a little hard to understand when it ended up coming to the story side of things, they were still a whole heck of a lot better than the fourth Matrix film. It was horrendous, man. It was hard for me to even push all the way through it. I'm like, is there nothing redeeming about this? And surely enough, there wasn't.
Well, let me tell you something.
Let me tell you something, brother.
Yeah, let me tell you what, brother. The Matrix sequel sucked until Matrix 4 came out, and then by contrast, made them look better.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's kind of like, it's kind of like when you're dating a mediocre-looking girl, and then you find out that some other girl has the hot springs, and you're just like, oh, let's go check this other chick out, and it turns out that she's like, fugly. And he's like, well, then my girl ain't so bad, just,
Yeah, exactly. I mean, obviously, the first Matrix movie was great.
Yeah.
Even what?
Huh?
What were you going to say? You said even, and then I said something, and then you didn't say anything afterwards.
Oh, I was going to say, even if the chick's hot, like, there can be, something seriously wrong with her, because just because she's hot doesn't mean she ain't a psycho, Yeah. And, but either way, you find something seriously wrong with something that makes what you already have seem not so bad, So.
Jack Reacher TV show. I'll have to check that out. Good grief, I had to load that. Stupid.
Yeah. I really hope at some point that they patch that out to where it doesn't do that anymore.
Oh, he dropped his bomb. It fell out of his butt. Ah!
Get out of my way.
Uh-oh. No!
Man, frickin' reload. Back up.
Uh-oh. Oh. Ooh. He's on fire! Literally.
Reminds me of, did you ever see the Grumpy Old Men movies?
Oh, yeah.
Reminds me of the second one where Jack Lemmon's character, God, I can't remember his name. He had Ariel had thrown him out of the house and knocked on the Walter Matthau's door late at night, and he says, he's like, "What?" He goes, "She threw me out." He goes, "Oh no." He goes, he goes, "You ain't staying here." He goes, "But it's cold out here." And he goes, "Here's some matches. Set yourself on fire."
Oh, man. Oh, that's good. Okay.
Crack me up.
Yeah. John Gustafsson. What's his character name?
No, it's Gustafson.
Okay.
Yeah, I remembered it after I said I couldn't remember it, but didn't think it was important.
The original people wanted the Matrix with Sean Connery as Morpheus and Will Smith as Neo. Well, thank goodness they didn't have Will Smith as Neo. Sean Connery.
Yeah.
Sean Connery. I could see him. I could see him being Morpheus, but then again, in a ways, I kind of feel like, oh, Loki, I didn't know you were under there. In a way, he's laying here upside down underneath the blankets, and I didn't know he was over there. Oh, here we go. Here's the hunter thing. Take down the target. I didn't have a chance to pick up the thing. You must have already picked it up.
Nope. Those guys are just here.
Well, that's weird.
They're not part of the mission. They're just here.
Yeah, that's what.
Did
No,
you
I
pick up
didn't.
the bounty?
I didn't have a chance
Well,
to
then-
because the battle initiated.
Oh, well then, just go back there and, well, never mind.
Yeah.
We'll clear these guys out and then.
Yeah, because I think that this is where the hunter mission is, or the bounty mission, or the whatever mission.
Yeah, it is. Well, don't go down there. What I was saying is that we need to clear these guys out, but don't go down there and invite more of them on here, because or else you won't be able to get it.
Oh yeah, I
Or
was
you won't
going. I was throwing a turret down there, is what it was. I was like, hey, here guys, here's a present. I'm gonna run down there now. See if I can still get it. Probably not, considering we're still in battle. Nope, not happening.
Uh,
I think it's gonna be one whole blast fest until we're done with it.
well, we're just gonna have to wipe all these guys out, and then you can go get it.
Yeah.
Crap. That was close.
Oh wait, I think that's gonna give us the guy anyways.
Yeah, but will it count since you don't have the mission?
Yeah,
That's the
that's what
question.
I'm wondering. Maybe it's just like, oh, you can pick it up. You already did it, so here you go. That's so great. Oh man,
What?
just freezing them all in a row. Fish in a barrel. Fish in a
Oh.
barrel.
Oh, it did count. Look.
Yeah, I did. I saw that. Yeah, that's awesome.
Woohoo!
Yeah, I got to do it twice. Well, technically, this is the second time.
1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old
Ball game. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. We got a new show for y'all.
Got a damn good show.
Yeah. I need to go back and start checking out some of their videos. I don't look at them all, but I especially with that recent thing you told me about Biden going and cussing Chris Schumer out. I'm like, yeah, I kind of want to see what they're going to say about that. I'm pretty sure they have a video out of it.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, he's talking to Peter Ducey from Fox News, and all he asked him was that if he thought that inflation was going to be a political problem in November for the midterms. And he's like, oh, great. You know, inflation. What a stupid son of a bitch, you know? And it's like, okay, then, you know.
Yeah, that's what a politician will say when they have hundreds of thousands of millions of dollars that they're living off of. Oh, yeah, inflation ain't going to bother them one bit. When it comes to spending, it surely isn't.
Well, now that's what happens when you stay in a position of power too long and get to spend other people's money. You know.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, there ain't nothing dealing with inflation with them because it isn't affecting them whatsoever.
No.
They're living in fantasy world. Although Biden's always living in a fantasy world because his brain's half gone. Kamala Harris is like a daggum jack-in-the-box and won't stop laughing. She sounds like a walrus giving birth or something.
Now, you know, she reminds me of, you remember those old toy clowns where if you, like, squeeze them hard enough, they start laughing for, like, 30 seconds?
Yeah. Exactly.
That's what she reminds me of. But, you know, in a Hillary Clinton tone. You know?
Yeah, exactly. Oh my gosh, man! I just want to stick cotton in my ears. Yeah, just man, aggravating.
Well, that sounded more like Cookie Monster, but
cookies. You know, it's funny. There's this band called Austrian Death Machine, which is actually supposed to be like the songs that they would make would kind of be based around Arnold Schwarzenegger's movies, which I thought was really cool. But they're metal, they're death metal. Actually, the lead singer from As I Lay Dying had also, which I think they're also a Christian band, or they used to be. I don't know if they still are now. Especially ever since the lead singer apparently got accused of wanting to kill his wife, and then he was in jail, and then he got released, and I don't know what the whole situation was with that. I just vaguely remember it. But they ended up having one of these songs they ended up putting out, which was dealing with Cookie Monster, which was friggin' hilarious. Because anytime you hear Cookie Monster, you kind of think of metal with the way he's so deep. He's like, cookies.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So... yeah, I forgot exactly what the song was called, but if you look it up and just put in like Austrian Death Machine and put in like Cookie Monster song, then you'll hear it. I don't think it's that song, but it's funny.
I know, it kind of reminds me of that Duncan Hill Coffee song that Death Clock did.
Oh yeah, I love that.
Folks like coffee. Really
Real
good
coffee from the hills of Colombia. Let's see. Okay, let's go here. The Duncan Hills awaits you from 1,000 deaths. A cup of blackened blood. Die, you're dying for a cup. Guatemala blend. Ethiopia. Die for a cup. Die. Let's see, it's back up over here. Yeah, I remember it being over here.
You're not dismantling the gear you're collecting, right? You're
No.
holding on to it to sell.
Yeah. So you can go to any vendor to sell that, right? Any vendor?
Yep.
Eddie Vedder?
Yeah, I mean, you can even sell it to Bald Chick. You know, I mean, Crew Cut Chick.
Yeah. There's farting metal on YouTube. Well, I need to check that out.
Oh Lord.
Let me check it out real quick and see if I can wear anything that's gonna. Just by chance, if I manage to get something that was worth wearing, and surely enough, that is not the case. Alrighty, here it is. Right there at the daggum travel point.
Might as well put my skills to good use.
Hey there, boys. So explain this to me. Why is it that we have these rough and gruff, you know, daddy's problems girls that's within this game, but you don't have one female enemy in this game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, actually,
I like
there
to know
is
that.
one. There's one I know of.
Well, the wheelchair chick?
Well, I mean, well, nah, she just lost her mind. I wouldn't call that an enemy per se. But no, you remember the mission where we had to deliver those old man's letters to his daughter, and then you find out that they were fake?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
there's only one.
Yeah. That's the one I remember, anyway.
Yeah, that's the thing about all about equality. Okay, well, where's all these other female grunts and whatnot whose heads I should be blowing off and splitting in half with my anomaly powers and all that stuff?
No, but we can't have that because that would make women look incompetent if they're getting killed. You know?
Yeah, it only happened once with one chick. You know.
Yeah. And even then, they had to make her look sympathetic. Like, well, I was just writing him letters to, make him think his daughter was okay. You know. After what happened to my, because they even said, like, after what happened to my family, I realized, that even then they tried to make her sympathetic, which I didn't give a shit.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's just
I don't care. I'm still gonna kill you.
Yeah. It's just so funny to me how things like that happen. It's just so dumb. And I sure don't show any sympathy for the two chicks that actually is in my party because they, first of all, they don't know how to apply their makeup. And second of all, they act like they're on the period 24/7.
Yeah, they make these new female characters, man. They make them so unlikable. Like they're all, like that lesbo chick from G4 that went off on a tirade.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And you know what's funny about that is that she's actually, on record saying that she's like the female Brad Pitt and treats women like crap. Yet then she wants to turn around and talk about sexism in video games and complaining about the men. And even on the G4 website, when they were talking about, everyone needs to knock it, stop being sexist and all that. And somebody made the comment, well, there's a lot of women that don't like this crap either, blah, blah, blah. And then they retweeted, well, we're just talking about the men,
Oh yeah.
So
yeah.
So
yeah, that's hypocritical to the fullest extent.
Well, having 3 grown children, so I have a couple of decades of experience raising kids. We all know what happens when you spoil a kid. They turn into little shits.
Yeah.
And that doesn't apply to just kids. That's universal, right? So, the only reason that, you got all these women and then you got women of, of color and out there bitching and moaning and complaining, even though they're making more money than I'll probably ever see. And, the only reason that these people do this is because they can,
Yeah.
If more men, particularly white men, would just, not tolerate it, then, because if these people want to keep talking about white supremacy, no, if we were actually living in a country of white supremacy, we'd have done called, what could you call it? The Caucasian Coalition, and had them come out there and throw them into the gulag or execute them for speaking out against white people. Now that would be a white supremacist country,
Yeah.
But, It's almost, yeah, it's almost like we're so used to hearing it that we're just kind of like, oh yeah, whatever, you know. And even when you hear people on the right that complain about it, they're just like, this is stupid. Well, no, it should be immoral, you know. They literally talked about racism for years. Only, you know, now that they're getting the upper hand culturally, now they're just doing the same thing. You know, nothing's changed except the roles are reversed. So.
Yeah, it's just like over in the Middle East too. It's just how liberals are all up in arms about dealing with the Middle East, and I'm like, they freaking throw gay people off of roofs over there, and you want to go and try to raise them up for racism. They're coming over here and it's racist, getting documented, and all this other crap. And I'm like, dude, do you really know what happens over there? Because clearly you don't.
No, because the people like that are on that level of stupid believe that anything that you say that's against people from the Middle East is just right-wing propaganda. They don't believe it's real, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
I guess we're going to do the Hunter mission?
Yeah, it was right over here. It was the first thing that I saw, so.
Okie doke.
Count me in.
I can dig it.
Well, I'm almost 15. I'm like a sliver away from 15.
All right. And just to clarify, folks, he's talking about world tier, not his age.
Exactly. Oh wow, FedEx is here. Hang on a second. I'll be right back in a second. I don't know what's up with this. I'll be right back.
Do. Yeah, exactly, Junebug. Duck, duck, go all the way. I actually started using, well, I've been using it for a long while now, a web browser called Brave. And it's got tools on there to keep out, like, you know, fishers, you know, trackers, and, you know, ad blockers, stuff like that. It's all built into the browser. And I really like it.
Oh, this is the, yeah, FedEx was in the driveway. I'm like, wait, what is this? And then I suddenly remembered, oh, wait, it's my battery packs from my Xbox Series X controller, or S controller. Is what it is. Yay! I think that's what it is. Or maybe it's not. Maybe it's something she got. I'm not sure what that is.
I was going to say, they got there awful quick.
Oh, this is hers. Never mind.
Whoops.
Yeah.
Well, you know, you might have looked at the name on the box.
Well, the name on the box would be hers too, because I'm using her Amazon Prime thing. So, yeah, this is something she got from her company. It's a cup. Looks like one of them coffee cups. They're sending their people stuff out just to send it out, I guess, especially the ones that are working from home. So, but yeah, well, still though, my batteries are still supposed to show up today regardless, but I don't know if it'll show up in the mailbox or if it's going to show up in the if it'll show up in the mailbox or show up at the door. So, anyways, all right. Come on, man. That's gonna be such a running joke. It's hilarious. Duck, duck, goose. What? What's that? Or go, goose.
It's a search engine that doesn't slant left wing search results.
Oh, okay.
Or censor like Google.
And guess who the goose is?
My cat.
Yeah, there you go.
Because he's a little pain in the ass.
Even though you love them.
Oh yeah, well, like my kids. I love them too. They're pains in my ass.
Yeah.
I mean, just saying.
I'm just saying. Lord have mercy if I had kids. I probably would kind of be like my dad, too, the way that he raised me, aiming to be so protective, like super protective over them, which obviously makes sense coming from a parental standpoint, but at the same time...
Yeah, well, but that's also... You have to find the right balance, and that's hard to do, especially when you're a single parent, you know?
Yeah.
Because, not only, because, you know, you're trying to fulfill both roles to the best of your ability, and at the same time, trying to navigate, okay, how do I raise my kid? Because it isn't just about, you know, there's no one set formula, because while you're trying to... Well, all right. While you're trying to figure that out, you're also trying to learn who your kid is, because as they get older, start revealing and developing more of their personality, you have to course correct to figure out, okay, who is my kid and how do I raise them? And will you get the hell out of the
way? Was I in your way?
You kept running in front of me, and then you'd move aside, and then I'd start moving forward, and then you get back in front of me again. It's like, man, what are you doing?
My bad, dude. I didn't realize that. I was just moving the camera. I guess it was moving the character as well as I was moving around. Oh man.
Like you're pulling the scores, you know.
Oh man. Yeah, this was that enemy that I fought when I had to yank down the difficulty all the way down to story level because I was playing it on my own. On this particular hunt, I was like, ah, screw it. He's just stuck in the air, ain't even frozen. Now he falls apart.
I'm okay with that.
That works for me. Just freeze them all. I'll just shoot them up like fish in a barrel. Oh, okay, wait.
Wait, were there two of them?
Unless that's a different enemy. Oh, this is going to be a difficult one, I can already tell. Especially at World Tier 15.
Yep.
They didn't give me a trophy for it either. I don't like that.
I gotta get that guy.
He's freezing and then he's moving. He's freezing, then he's moving. He's popping and he's locking. Where's the daggum? I wish they would show on the map where the friggin' recharge station was. Oh, I know it's down here now, but dadgummit, I gotta get out.
Oh crap, me too.
Ah!
Where's the ammo thingy?
It's down here next to the rock where I'm standing.
Okay, let the turret keep him busy for a little bit.
What the heck? I just reloaded. Why in the world is it switching over to my other friggin' gun? Oh my lord. Good grief. Every time I try to shoot him, he's always... Gosh, I can't stand flying enemies.
They do be a pain.
Throw him down there, get him a little bit closer to him.
Damn, I'm out of ammo again. Dude's tough.
Man, you gotta love those turrets.
Yeah, for real.
One of the reasons that it's doing that is because I switched over to my acid spew thing back over to frost again. One of the mods that I did, so it's double freezing.
Nice.
Yeah, boy.
There we go.
Yeah. All right.
Oof.
Scooby-Dooby-Doo. Well, nothing else over here. All right. Okay, we'll do the historian thing, which is up over here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go kill.
Yeah, it's over in this one, isn't it? Yeah, it is.
Yep.
Yep. Okay. Hey, boy. I know you got excited about the FedEx man, thinking it was your mama, but it wasn't her. There you go. Man, you guys are kind of frosty over here. Let me give you some bullets to warm up. It's like Arnold Schwarzenegger said in that Batman movie when he was freezing people as Mr. Freeze. Chill. Chill. There's some other games that I gotta go back to again. The Batman Arkham games, because I've never beaten any of them, but I've always wanted to go through them. Dude's just standing there, taking it like a champ.
Yeah, I beat Arkham Asylum, which was great. For its time, of course.
Yeah.
But I tried to play Arkham City, but when I first got it, it ran like such ass that I stopped playing it, and then I just never went back after that.
Well, maybe you could give it a go now. Maybe is that the one that basically brought about the Steam refunds?
No, that was Arkham Knight. That was the fourth game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and Arkham City was the second game. Yeah, there was Arkham Asylum, Arkham City, Arkham Origins, and then Arkham Knight.
Yeah.
But was gonna love this.
Bourvar's gonna love this. That's her name, Bourvar. Bourvar.
Ooh.
Bavarian cream. That's what my character said.
Oh.
Oh, let's go.
I'll tell you what. You ever had Bavarian cream donuts?
Oh yes.
Oh.
You sound like Homer now. All donuts.
Yeah.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of like that. Yeah.
They're so good. Yeah.
Just don't ask where the cream comes from. But the Bavarian man is happy.
That reminds me. You ever watch the Droopy cartoons?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I remember the one where this wolf is trying to, or the Droopy is in the story of parody of the Three Little Pigs, you know, and so he's got two brothers that had their houses destroyed by the wolf, and so at one point they're in there watching TV, and the wolf is trying to get to him, and they end up slingshotting the TV, and the TV goes down his throat. And then, like a little bit later in the cartoon, they're watching TV again, and Droopy looks at towards the camera, and he says, "Don't ask us how we got the television set back."
Oh man.
That's what I was talking about the other day, like watching Looney Tunes and like, Tom and Jerry, Droopy, stuff like that. Is when you get to be an adult and you go back and watch them, you catch the jokes that you don't get as a kid,
Yeah.
Like there was one time where Bugs Bunny was in this department store just hopping around, as part of a display, and he was like, it's a living, and then this one guy, was like trying to chase after him because I forgot the reason why, but at one point, Bugs Bunny does his typical drag thing, and the guy runs by, looking for him. He's like, "Oh, a customer," and Bugs says, "I'd like to see something nice in a pair of bedroom slippers," and the other guy says, "Confidentially, so would I." Yeah.
Oh, man.
Just like I said, just little jokes like that you don't catch as a kid,
Yeah, exactly. All right.
that are just absolutely great,
Let's go see what this is. All right. Well, we'll just go to this one since it's like the closest it's there. The Brickhead Wanted mission.
Brickhead. We all know what they really wanted to put there.
There you go. I just realized something. We didn't do... Oh, wait, I think that was a side quest. Yeah, that was a side quest. I was thinking of that weird cult leader that was in the snowy part, but that was a side quest.
Yeah, that was a cult. I mean, cult. Yeah,
that was a cult. Where's the? Never mind. The enemy's already coming. Yeah, they're already. Well, no, they're not.
Oh yeah, because it was literally right next to the flag. But okay.
Yeah, I know. Well, we don't even. We realize now we don't even have to grab those.
That's true.
We just got to go to the area. But still, I think in some of the areas it would be better to pick them up so you can pinpoint where they are, because they aren't going to be like right within that area. Hey, you guys look like Warhammer 40K ripoffs.
Oops.
I did it again. Oh, you're a punk.
I've heard that one before, but okay. I'll take it.
Dude, you dodged out of the way of my bullets. That's a load of bull. That's a load of bull, Lance. Ha 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 ha!
Get off me.
Get off me! Dadgummit.
Yeah, I didn't know if I told you, but I respect my character and decided to change strategies a little bit.
Yeah. Eliminate
And,
dickhead.
I like this build. You know, I die less.
That's good. I guess I'll need to go back and look through mine as well.
Well, I mean, unless you're okay with like spoilers and stuff. I mean, you don't really know because you don't know what all the abilities you're going to get are. You don't really know how to spec your character. Like when you're first going through the game, it's only after you reach the level cap and you have all your powers. You're just like, oh, really, I should spend the points on these instead since this is my play style. That kind of thing. And the great thing is it don't cost nothing. You can literally, erase your, or get back all your spent points and respec your character as many times as you want.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the good thing about it. Yep.
And harvest point. All right, let's see.
How long do you want to play until lunch? It's noon now, so I didn't know if you wanted to play a little longer, if you wanted to go ahead and call it at noon to go eat, or what.
Well, I guess we can go ahead and call it now, considering it's like 2 minutes till. So,
All right, well, hey, I'll tell you what. Let's go ahead and turn in what we got, and then we'll call it a day.
Yeah.
Or at least call it for now, anyway.
Yeah, good idea, actually, because Tanya just showed up with the groceries.
Right. That woman needs to feed her man.
Yeah, I'm gonna go help her get the stuff out of there. Actually, she'll probably already be in the house bringing the stuff in by the time the daggum thing loads up and gets us there.
Well, I mean, if you need to go ahead and run, we can always turn the stuff in later.
Yeah, that'll work. We'll just go back to camp here, and then we'll just go back when we get back on again. That'll work. So.
All right. Well, let me go ahead and pop off before you exit.
Yeah.
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 Okay, there we go.
There you go.
All right, I'm out of the game, so you may now do your outro.
Well, appreciate folks coming in, checking it out, live version, archive version, and so on and so forth. And I will go ahead and end this like I always do. Later, taters. Later, taters! Yeah, exactly. There you go. Let's get a little bit more rambunctious about it this time around. But yeah, I may be back later on this evening on my Twitch. And by the way, Ethereal Behemoth is my Twitch username. So if anybody wants to check out the channel over there on Twitch, that's what it'll be. And check notifications and all that stuff. But anyways, yeah. So, later taters. Do 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 do.